Hello, everybody. So, I decided to start trading with Lucid Trading after Apex just had terrible customer service. Um, I like Trade-Evate, so I figured out that I can trade with Trade-Evate on Lucid. So let's go through it. Lucid Pro, I guess, is getting removed. It's just going to be Lucid Black. One of the features for Lucid Black is that they have this bonus program. If you are trading and you meet your bonus profit goal of $5,000 on your 50K account, then you will be able to withdraw an extra 1,500. So that means that you can withdraw up to 15K on your 2 to 4 payout. So your first payout, no bonuses. But 2 through 4, you can take out an extra, 7.5K, which is pretty nice. So that's one thing to consider. If you want to pay a little bit extra, you might be able to take out a little bit extra. And then also, one thing to consider is that when you go to a live account, you're not going to be able to take as much with you to help you with your trading later. So that can be kind of complicated, but something to consider. Okay, two things. Apparently they have under 2-day payouts, and they boast 15-minute average payout time, which is crazy. If you've heard some stuff about some other prop firms, we won't mention them because we don't want to be negative. They're probably doing the best they can, but it's pretty incredible to be able to get a 15-minute payout. That's nuts. Imagine the joy. That's going to be a really cool day. Usually people are reporting that they have before end of day payouts, which is super cool, and they've paid out 20 million. Also, one really cool feature with Lucid that I like is if you leave a trade open, say there's an accident or something, and it gets to the end of the market day, you can trade until whatever, 4:59 Eastern Standard Time, and it reopens at 6 p.m. So if you're Pacific, you'll have to figure that out, or if you're in a different country, you'll have to figure that out. But it's all on Eastern, so you can start trading at 6, but you need to be done with all your trades. But some prop firms will just terminate your account if you leave a trade open, and with Lucid, they just close out your trade. So I thought that was really cool. That was another really cool feature. It seems to me like Lucid is trying to be really competitive with through being as fair and having the best customer service. And those are things that I really look to when I'm trying to do business with somebody. If I end up making this company a bunch of money, then I want to make money for a company that's going to treat me in the way that it seems like Lucid is. It's really cool that they're just going to close out a trade for me, and not terminate my eval because I left a trade open. I do know of a trader who's my friend who had one of his prop firm accounts terminated because he left a trade open. So that's something to consider too. That's a pretty long-winded way of saying that, but yeah. So the Lucid Flex account is a little bit less money. This is what I'm trading on. I decided that this would be better for me because I wanted to get 5 150K. Let's see, So I wanted to get 5 150 Flex eval accounts because if I am successful and consistent, that is going to be my quickest path to having the highest withdraws. So I didn't bring up here it is. So I will be able to take 50% of profit up to 3,000 with the 150K account. I thought that was kind of cool. If I'm consistent, I have to have 5 separate days in between each of my payouts, which is actually kind of good compared to a lot of other firms. And another thing I thought was really cool was that, let's see, FAQ. Sorry about this. It had something to do with, here we go, high frequency trading. I wanted everybody to know that you don't want to do micro scalping. So you don't want to do micro scalping with Lucid. You have to hold your trades for more than 5 seconds. So that's something you really want to consider. And also, you don't want to have 2 different trades going against each other on 2 different accounts at the same time. That's considered hedging. They don't like that. So also high frequency trading, this is more for people who are doing automated stuff. They just don't want you doing super short time frames, which I thought was kind of important because it can be kind of easy to hit a trade and boom, 3 seconds, you're done. But usually it's pretty easy to hold a trade for more than 5 seconds. They just don't, it seems like they're just trying to get around bots. So let's go back to looking at the different kinds of accounts you can have. So the Lucid Direct, 150K for 500, 50K for 350. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Get you started right away. Not the best for new people. Probably newer people want to go for like a flex account. These are going to get you that drawdown, and the drawdown type is end of day. So if you're using like Apex or a couple different ones, if you go below your $2,000 max loss limit, you're done. But with Lucid, if you come back before the end of the day, then you're good still. So that is true for if you are on your eval, if you pass your eval, or if you become a live account after 6 payouts. So I thought that was pretty substantial when I was considering to use Lucid trading. I really like that. Also, you have no time limit on any of the accounts. You can go as long as you want, and there's no subscription. So newer traders, you could get $10 a day, $5 a day, just taking it nice and slow, making sure you get consistent green days, and then building your skills, building your confidence, learning your strategy, whatever works for you. Yeah, and I think this is pretty cool. And so that's where I'm at with this. And I am also, when I was with Apex, they were not allowing like the practice trading. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, so if you want to set up 5 accounts like I have, then I just click my Lucid 5 group. But if you want to go to manage groups, you can create a new group, and then you just drag your little accounts over, and boom shakalaka, you can make a new group. So make sure you click your new group. Make sure sometimes this will reset, and it'll move your minis over. At least on Tradeovate, this has happened to me in the past. It'll move your micros over to here and start you on your micros for the day and just mess up your chart. So before you start trading, make sure you're doing, whichever one you want, micros or minis. Don't accidentally do minis when you think you're doing micros. You could blow 5 accounts doing that. So be careful. That hasn't happened to me, and it's not going to, because I'm going to make sure that I'm trading on the right one. But also one thing you need to know, that if you're trading 5 accounts, 5 shares is equal to 1. Because you're trading 5 accounts, it's 1 on each. So that can be kind of confusing. Then you just, buy low, sell high, sell low, buy high, whatever. And that's all you need to know. Number go up, money printer go Bert. Have a great time.